Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 197 of That King Thing, the gaming podcast hosted by us, the King Brothers. I am your host and the eldest sibling, Thomas, and I am joined by little sibling on the top this week, James.
Oh, hi.
And middle sibling on the bottom there, Joshua.
Hello.
How are you both, brothers?
Just to point out before we go anywhere, if Josh is ever on the bottom, it means he's late.
Yes, that is a good measure for going forward. If Josh, I'm going to start announcing you in the order that you were in the call. So it's going to be whoever's there, then whoever's there, and if Joshua is at the bottom and he's announced second, that means he was later than James. Does that necessarily mean he was late? It means he turned up after James.
I was going to say I wasn't late, I was just here after James.
Technically, you're both late because we didn't actually do anything here until
about
gone
5 seconds ago, a minute ago.
Yeah, like gone at 7 o'clock. I have just realised that I'm also not recording this. I'm on the recording stream, so I'll have to somehow piece that back together on the other side. That'll be fun.
Too many things going on at once.
Too many things going on. I'm officially now trying to do a Twitch stream live, record the video for YouTube, and host the podcast, and watch what you two are up to. So
what am I up to?
Masturbating, probably, with that face.
Well, he's not playing a game this week, so
I am.
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear.
Sure I am.
And so it begins.
Shows me, doesn't it? Is it FIFA?
What are you playing, James?
FIFA.
It's FIFA because he's not got a headset on. He doesn't need to hear it.
Sound for FIFA.
What's interesting is that you spent your entire time playing FIFA looking at us.
Yeah, because I'm on career mode. I'm just cycling through my season.
He's been benched.
Insane.
What do you mean I've been benched?
You just sat watching game from sidelines, so you're just not bothering.
Spoken by someone who doesn't know FIFA.
You can get benched. He's not.
You can get benched. Yeah, I know you can get benched. What do you think happened when I played one at FIFA's?
Spent his entire time on bench.
That's
Awesome.
Fun.
That's quite
It's
fun.
like being in penalty box when you're playing hockey.
Like my Easter egg cup.
Oh, it's more of a... That's
Product
branding.
placement.
Stop showing brands on stream. If you're going to show a brand, James, support your brother.
Cut the first sip.
Support your brother. Buy a mug, damn it. Buy a mug.
Us.
I'll buy
Support
a mug.
us.
I'll buy a King Thing mug.
Oh, yeah, buy that King Thing mug. That is such old merch. The lettering on it is like dark
if I turn
brown.
the light off in here, the king disappears and you can only see the crown and the controller.
Does it disappear, though?
Do you want me to show you?
No.
We have
It doesn't
visuals.
disappear is what I'm getting at. We're doing too much video referencing. We're referencing the video too much. Audio listeners will be disappointed. Right. This week, games. James, have you played any more whatever you played last week? Sea of Thieves?
Yeah, I played quite a bit more Sea of Thieves.
Why didn't you come join me when I did my stream?
Yeah, I can remember actually watching the stream and remembering Thomas invite you.
I didn't get an invite.
That's not happened yet.
You didn't come online? You didn't say you wanted to join? You didn't do anything?
When?
I bet
Last
time you
week,
spoke
when
to
I
Thomas
when I
last
said
Wednesday.
during the podcast, if you want to come and join me during my live stream, I'm streaming Sea of Thieves, and then you never came online. Never said, I'll play.
I only really play Xbox like properly on a Monday night.
Was that it?
And that.
Even
So,
though
pretty
so
much.
you only play it on a Monday night, and while we're recording a podcast.
Yeah, it's my Xbox time.
Douchebag. So have you played anything this week? Anything of note?
Me and Matt actually played a quick game of zombies earlier.
A quick game of zombies?
Yeah. Because we were going to play Sea of Thieves, and he was like, so I've got no games installed anymore. I was like, what are you doing?
Why?
I was like, all right, then we'll play FIFA. And he's like, no, I've not got that installed at the minute either. And I was like, what's going on? So, yeah, we ended up playing zombies because we both got that on disc. So,
Didn't you have to install it from the disc though? I thought these days with the consoles you had to install it still, like old PC days.
But I'm guessing because the disc was still in there, it was still on his thing. I don't know if something's happened with his console. He reckons something's gone up with it, and it's uninstalled a load of games. But
Did you go around and secretly do it? Just
Yes.
to mess with him.
I did, so that when we wanted to play Sea of Thieves, he couldn't.
Oh fucking hell! I just got attacked by a cat. Fuck off,
Yours?
Ezio.
Not Ezio, just a
Get
cat.
down while we're in the podcast, douchebag.
He always wants to be seen, doesn't he?
He does.
Seeking little
He
shit.
shouldn't be seen or heard at this moment in time. He literally
be
just scared the crap out of me. There's poo on my seat now.
Shit.
There's poo on my
Sorry.
seat.
I just got 50 harbour.
Buy this.
I buy a King thing one.
Buy that King thing one then. I don't give a shit. Just buy one that's on brand.
Next week I'll have a Football Foundry one.
Either that's fine, but use a Football Foundry one. I don't care as long as it's one of our brands. I'm not bothered. Stop advertising chocolate and drinks companies. Right, that's okay. So James has done nothing all week except play Black Ops as per usual.
Sea of Thieves. I've played a lot of Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, you said that, but I don't believe
I'm
you.
like,
On Monday.
what levels thingies are you? You know, for the 3 thingies.
30 something in most of them.
I'm
Maybe nearly 40 in
not,
some. I'm not
shabby.
sure.
I'm 21 in Gold Hoarders, and then like 17 in the Skulls one, and then like 15 in the other one. So I'm doing all right, I think.
Are you bored of it yet?
No, I'm all right.
Good.
Like, I keep doing random things to keep myself entertained. Like, I like stealing people's ships. It's great. So if people are like parked up at an island, and you sail your boat in front of theirs, jump on their boat, raise their anchor, and fire the harpoons on your boat, and just sail away, and just take all the shit, and they can't do
So-
anything.
So rather than actually going on and stealing the ship by sailing it away, you just drag it.
Yeah, you drag it away whilst they're on island. They don't know because they're doing a voyage or whatever and trying to find some treasure. And then
Wait, so you're dragging the ship away?
Yeah, so you get on the ship, raise the anchor, harpoon the ship.
James is
harpoon
the
it to
repo
yours.
man of Sea of Thieves.
Oh, Sea
then
of
you-
Repo.
You take the ship away, but you've got to be quick in doing it because they can obviously use the mermaid man to get back or whatever.
Just drag it as far away as possible.
Yeah, drag it as far away as you can, move the treasure over to your ship, and then just leave it in the middle of nowhere. And then you're done, aren't you? You're sorted. Oh, another thing I do like to do
not a
as
bad
well.
plan to steal everything from
James,
someone's ship.
James, you need to actually play with me now, and we need to do that on one of my streams.
It's funny, honestly, especially
Should
when
all
you're
three
in
of us
chat.
just go on and play Sea of Reaper, man?
That's what we'll call my episode, man. My live stream. We'll call it Sea of Repo.
Repo, man. I like that. I experienced the Kraken as well, which wasn't fucking fun at all.
It's not when you're on your own. Been playing on a sloop on your own?
No,
I've
I was
played
with-
it on
I
my
was with
own and
someone else.
encountered the Kraken and the Megalodon or whatever it is. And they are
Megalodon.
Well-
not fun when you're on your own.
Well, we had.
They're
we were
not fun
fighting
when you're in a
ship.
full group, but
We were fighting a ship, took that ship down, and then another ship rocked up, and we're like, fucking hell. And we're fighting that ship, and then the water all just went like black, and then these fucking tentacle things started coming out. And I was like, what the hell? This is that fucking Kraken that everyone goes on about. We're fucked.
it's
And
not that
then-
hard to kill, to be honest. Neither's
Well,
the
I was-
Meg if you do it right.
Is it when they open the thing like that, you fire cannonballs into the mouth?
For the
That's
Megalodon,
usually-
yeah. What you do with the Meg is you the idea is to keep yourself broadside on with it so that you can shoot it with cannons, and then when it opens its mouth and starts coming towards you, you then fire it, and if you hit it twice, I think, in the mouth while it's coming at you, it'll retreat and it won't hit the ship. So all you do is you just like clever with when you fire your shots and you wait for that moment. But the difficult thing is keeping yourself like broadsided to where it is, because obviously it circles you, and it will intentionally try and get around the front or the back of the ship to make it harder for you.
Yeah.
But if you can keep it, if you can manage to spin on the spot with a fairly agile ship like a brigantine or a sloop, or try and sail and keep circling it, you basically need like someone on the cannon and someone steering like
Does
constantly to keep yourself.
harpooning it not work and drag you along with it?
Yeah,
I don't know,
I've
to be
done that
honest.
before.
I've never really
I've
harpooned one.
harpooned
Because that's
I've
what I
harpooned
was
one.
trying, and that helped me avoid it charging at me because I was obviously attached to it, so it never
Yeah.
had enough
Yeah.
room. And
It's
then
fun
I
that
ended
it
up
pre-
sailing out of the circle of the fight.
It just
sort of,
drags you.
as soon as you go
everywhere,
out
it's
of
great.
the area, it sort of just leaves you alone, doesn't it? Like there's
Yeah,
like
if you get so far
a
away
zone.
from it,
Yeah,
it leaves you
just-
alone.
it
If
just
you get
backs
within a
off.
certain proximity of an island, it'll leave you alone temporarily.
So I just while I were on my own, I let it drag me around until wind were in my favour, and I just ran off.
Dragging around with the Megalodon.
I was just holding on, and then just when I could.
What about you, Joshua? What have you been playing this week?
I've played Devil May Cry, which is a new one, the fifth Devil May Cry, which is on
Is
Game
that the
Pass.
newest? That's the newest one, isn't it?
It's the
5?
newest one that's on Game Pass. Yeah,
It's on Game
Um,
Pass.
yeah, it's on Game Pass.
I did not realise it was on Game Pass.
Yeah. It's
Nor
on.
did
I
I.
think it's on PC
I usually
one as
scroll
well.
through
I
Game
think.
Pass all the time.
Let me just have a look. I'm pretty sure.
Then
it's-
again, I've been looking at my Game Pass games from the PC, to be fair, so if it's not on the PC one, then...
well, that's what I'm checking now because I'm sure I've seen it.
Are you sure you've seen it? You've played it, haven't you?
I played it on the console, yeah, but not on the PC version. No, I can't see it. I'm just good close.
Oh, you're checking if it's on the PC? Yeah, I won't
Yeah,
worry
I'll
about
check
that.
to see if
it
it's
out.
on the PC. I can't see it, so I'm guessing it's not. But it's been there, and I've been tempted to play it for a while. I just finally found time to do it on Monday, yesterday.
Fair enough. Played much else different, or you mainly been playing
Not really. I've been trying to redo some Dead Cells content on PC, but I'm just gonna wait until Thursday this week and get a Steam version of it. Steam
Nice.
won't fuck me over, and it will never be not my game on Game Pass then.
Can I just point out,
Mhm.
sorry to audio listeners, because this is a very video reference, but I'm intrigued to know what that blue thing is that's hanging from Joshua's door.
That's a towel that's drying, but because I've
Oh.
closed the door completely because of the sound, it's
Because of
all
the sound.
bubbled.
I see.
Would you like me to go move it?
No, I like it. Add some
I
ambience.
would like,
Much
I
like my
would like
lights.
to know, I would like to know which TKT listener came and picked up the mattress.
He's in a different room, James. The mattress is still
It's
there.
upstairs.
The mattress
Oh.
is still there.
If anybody wants a barely used single bed mattress,
It's got some stains on it.
it's like free to a good home. I don't care. Free to a home where
What
you can
size mattress
burn
is it?
Single.
Oh, well, it's not good to anyone then.
Who's got a single bed? Oh, in fact, to be fair, I've got one in the spare room.
Many people with spare rooms or
I'll
children.
I'll take it and I'll just put it down here on the floor and then I'll just live in this room forever.
Can I have it as a backdrop and put a TKT banner on
Do you know what? Do you know what it'd actually be? Jokes aside, it would actually be quite good in a recording room like this, because it'd absorb sound reverb.
Yeah, you'd
So to have it
one
around you
patch of
somewhere
your
or
wall.
behind
them
you, it would be quite
sponge
good for
panels.
reverb reasons. So, just saying.
Mattress to a good home, or one that's going to cut it up, that's fine.
Cut it up.
I don't know. I
Did you
don't give a
cut a
shit what
mattress
someone
up?
does with it. If you
I
want to burn a
really need-
mattress,
I
come to
really
mine
need
and you can have it
22
for free.
springs. What
Is it a
will I
sprung
do?
mattress, Joshua? That's the question.
Yeah, it's.
There you
It's
go.
a
See
sprung
if
mattress.
anyone
There you
needs
go,
some
you-
springs.
I wonder if there's 22 in it. I wonder how many.
I imagine
them,
there's
Joshua.
more than that.
But
It's
if it's an-
upstairs. We're not going upstairs.
If it's
to
anything
some
like
springs.
salvaging and deconstructing in any game ever, though, you'll get like 2 springs from it. It's like when you go on gathering quests, it's like collect teeth from these ogres, and then you get like 4 teeth instead of the 50 that's
because you
in its mouth.
smashed all the others.
It's like
It's your own careless
It's like
fault.
get the spider legs, you get 1 leg per spider, even
Yeah,
though
but
there's
it's
8 on
'cause-
it.
It's because you've got to spend your skill points to be able to scavenge more.
IRL
He's just
skill
trying.
points for
Is he-
scavenging
is
mattresses.
he just trying real hard there?
He's trying. He's trying to be gaming relative. Bless him.
No,
Gotta give
because
him
on
that.
things like Far Cry, when you're scavenging things, you use skill points to upgrade your scavenging abilities. So when you skin an animal,
To be fair, it's
you
true.
get 2 times instead of the 1.
2 times.
2 times.
2 times. It is true though. If you're a really shit
Yeah,
scavenger,
you're right.
then you'll get like if you tried to gut a rabbit or something, you'd probably
Yeah, it's
fuck
like
it
when
up
you cook a
first
chicken.
time. But if you put a
Some
skill
people
point
do
in
it
it by
loads.
doing it again, you'd get better at it.
Why'd you have to say that when there's 2 behind me making noise right now? Like
Because
you can
they
hear
make
them making
they're
that
making me want to
noise.
skin them.
Can we see them? Can they become like
The
TKT?
cage is a bit of a mess, but
No, because if Joshua
you
puts his
can't.
rabbits
You
on
can see his
screen,
ears, look. There
Ezio's
his
going to be
ears.
like, "Oh, I want to be on podcast." Ooh."
Go get my dog.
He's having a drink. That's why there's so much noise.
No one saw anything there. Thanks
no
for
one
that.
heard or saw
Thanks for trying, Joshua.
Oh,
We see a rabbit. We can see a rabbit. It's official. Go watch it on
He's having a
YouTube
drink.
or come watch it live on Twitch next time if you want to see more rabbits. Right, for me, I haven't done that much different to usual. Whilst I'm doing my thing, I suppose I'll quickly say hello to everyone that is watching us live. So we've got who we got? We've got Ash Plays, we've got Nats, we've got Grays, we've got Taliana Tricks.
Hi everybody.
All saying hi live, so hello to all you. Let's have a look. What have I played differently? Oh, at the weekend, I decided to play the DLC for Outlast 1, the Whistleblower DLC. Joshua, your camera's too high now. Move it down, please. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I decided to play Whistleblower because I have...
Did you fancy a scare?
Well, no, basically, I've decided that I'm going to have like one day each month where I play something like that, like a freaky, scary kind of game. Mainly because the last time I played Outlast from start to finish, like I went all the way through it, people actually quite enjoyed watching it. And even though it scared the crap out of me, I did enjoy playing it.
Dead Space.
So I decided to do the DLC because there was one viewer in particular who was really wanting me to do the DLC for it. So I think the next one on the list is there's Layers of Fear, because that's on Game Pass, I believe. Or I've got it for free from somewhere at some point. And then there's also Outlast 2 that I'm going to pick up at some point if I've not already got it. Which I think I've somehow picked it up for free at some point. Might be on my PlayStation, so it might be on PS4. Amnesia. I've got Amnesia on PC. I've got Amnesia. Basically, I'm just going to build up a list of these. And what I might do is like put it out to vote or something and say... which of these games do you want me to play for the scary day for this month, and then whichever one wins is the one that I play, and I'll do my best to then play it from start to finish if I can during the session.
I almost cried playing Outlast.
Outlast?
I hid under a bed for a very long time.
Oh,
I can still remember you playing it, Thomas, and like creeping past the guy in a wheelchair.
Everything
was fine.
He's gonna get me.
And then you did something in another room, and you came back like you didn't get me when I came past last time, so I'm gonna walk past you, and he came for you.
Yeah.
It's funny you mention that because that exact video I showed it on stream while I was playing the DLC because we were talking about that. But yeah, Arctic had been like sort of. Not pestering me, but constantly basically saying...
pestering?
Like, when are you going to play it? I don't know when you're going to play it. So I was like, I'll tell you what, join my Discord, and then I'll say when I'm going to play it, so you know in advance, and I'll even tag you. So you knew straight away. But yeah, it was good fun, as weird as that might sound. Played some more Division 2. I'm still feeling that. It's a good game. It's a good game.
I wish I were playing.
It just needs... You just need... to have a squad at times. It's definitely more enjoyable when you're with people anyway, compared to when you're playing it on your own. So that's been my other thing. I suppose we should probably do some news, shouldn't we?
It has been a little while, so yeah. I suppose.
Some what?
News.
Some news?
Yes. First up this week, one of the... I want to say it's the bigger news stories of the week, but it's not really that big of a news story.
Week.
Oh, it feels like it's been really slow recently, just full stop. But
bearing in mind, we're doing this a day early as well, so it's not been...
Yeah, we've got one day less to have gathered news, but like basically at the minute, I'm just trying to find a way to get this on screen for stream as effectively as possible. There we go, I'll put it in between us all. Xbox released a... No, other side, James. Nice try. That side, well done.
I started off that side, and then I was like, no, because that's what I'm seeing. So it's there.
Yeah. So I need to keep leaning this way to stay out of the way of it. It's here. Yeah, so Xbox essentially released some... Well, Microsoft released some details of their Series X. Phil Spencer posted it. Ooh, what day was it? The 24th, so a couple of days ago. Which is funny, because that was the day that we were trying to annoyingly speculate that the PlayStation 5 would get some release. Sadly, it did not. But we got to wind one person up for a week, so that's fine.
More than a week.
In all honesty, there's not much here that you don't already know. There's like confirmation of a few numbers and stuff like that, like the 12 teraflops and stuff,
Right numbers.
in terms of graphic processing and sort of details on what the architecture is going to be and some base features. But like, I'm just looking through the list, and you're looking at, I don't know, it's all a bit ambiguous. Like, it just says, oh yes, it's going to be more powerful than the current generation, but it doesn't really say much else other than that. It's like, it's still fairly cards close to the
Something about
chest.
it being 8 times faster than the Xbox One.
It's about twice as fast as an X, and about 8 times faster than a standard Xbox One, the original build. So the thing that I found most interesting is there's a thing here about SSD storage being built in from day one, which we knew anyway. They'd already mentioned that was going to be a thing.
Is that complete SSD storage, or is it some SSD?
No, it's complete SSD storage. It's a 1 terabyte SSD, I do believe, and the PS5 is allegedly a 500 gig SSD. So they're still decent sizes for SSDs. So, but you're gonna fill those up pretty quick, depending on what games you install in them.
Josh should just turn into Spyro.
Would you stop saying that every time I use music when I'm doing this? You said that last week as well.
The main thing that I think caught my attention was the quick resume, which I'm just sort of hovering around on the article here. But it basically says the new quick resume feature lets you continue multiple games from a suspended state almost instantly, returning you to where you were and what you were doing without waiting through long loading screens. To me, what that's basically saying is whatever your console is like in a powered on state, in the same way that at the moment when you boot up your PS4 or your Xbox One, if you start a game, it starts from where you left it, doesn't it? Because you've left it in that standby mode, essentially. Mm-hmm. This looks like it's going to let you have multiple games in that state. So you could you could get to a point in Witcher and be like, right, I want an hour away from this, go back to like a level that you were halfway through on Halo,
FIFA,
and then go back to a game. That is a fair point. That you could go back to a game that you'd like got paused in FIFA, and then when you've done that game, you could go back to what you're doing in The Witcher. And
what if you log out?
Well, I'd assume it'll kill all your sessions, same as if you change your Xbox off.
The only reason that I end up doing something like that is if Sammy or kids wants to play on Xbox, I log out and let them log in.
Yeah, but
and then they play something.
You'd lose your session, though. You'd lose your session, wouldn't you? You do that at the minute anyway. Like, if you did that on an actual Xbox One or a PS4 now and you logged out, you would lose your standby mode on your game.
Why not sign up to that Xbox thing where you can get an Xbox One X?
Oh, you mean the upgrade thing or whatever?
And then give them your Xbox, you get yourself a new one. Just chill. And then you won't need to be like, alright, they'll sign out so you can play. Like,
well,
you little shit.
What I actually did over the week is I got one of the kids playing on my phone on
xCloud
and shit on xCloud.
Yeah, do that.
Nice. Worked quite well.
The other thing is that there's this thing about like the 4 generations of gaming. So it's saying our commitment to compatibility means existing Xbox One games, including backwards compatible 360 and original Xbox games, will look and play better than ever before. I genuinely think that what Microsoft is starting to aim for with Series X is a PC-style system without some of the complications that owning a PC and playing from a PC can have. Like, I feel like the reason that they're going Series X is they're ultimately trying to have something that's a top tier. Because these statistics, graphics-wise, that they're claiming are going to be in this console, that would put them on par with the most powerful production consumer graphics card right now, which is a 2080 Ti. So they're claiming that they have graphics in this console that are on par with or potentially better than what is effectively the most powerful graphics card available for a PC.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, if that's how it actually pans out, that would put it on par with like mid to high gaming rigs for PCs at the moment, and then it would hold it at that position for a long time. And I think if this is what they're trying to do, that's where they're trying to maybe go in headline with the first release of this next generation, and then effectively have lower releases that are more basic versions, but you're all still within this ecosystem, which is where Game Pass for PC comes from, and so on.
Yeah.
And they're trying to essentially make Microsoft and the Xbox platform something that's not just restricted to console, not just restricted to xCloud, and not just restricted to PC, and that it's an ecosystem that works across them all. And it comes back to that whole Xbox One thing of this is your entertainment center that they tried to sell with the Xbox One that not enough people bought into to make it successful. So I just hope they don't fall into the same traps. But
I don't think they are. They're doing them all separately, but then joining them together in a way that you don't have to do all of them.
You don't feel as
just
forced to be part of the ecosystem, essentially.
I do it in a way that I'll sit and play on Xbox and PC when I want, play some different games because they're available on different things, but still I know that I'm linked to the same account and shit.
Sorry, I'm laughing at James because I can see him smirking at the fact that he's petting his dog or whatever he's doing. I can tell that's what he's doing even though I can't see it. I know that's what's happening.
Come here.
Are we all going to show a pet this
Hello. Wait, watch this magic trick. No.
The dog has gone!
Wait, what?
Bring Ezio to screen.
I don't know where he's gone.
please.
He's left because I told him to. I used the
no.
phrase "fuck off" to him, didn't I? He's down here under the desk somewhere. He'll have to wait. He knows that if I say "fuck off," I'm serious about whatever I've just said. So he knows that the F word is like a word that means, I best take this serious.
Yeah, what if his like, I'll do what I'm told word is fuck off? Why didn't that work on James?
I don't know. I'm going to let James's dog lick his face while we carry on with this. So, essentially, there's a lot more other stuff to read. But if anyone is interested, like there's a blog post on the Xbox site. Is it the Xbox site or am I on the? Yeah, I'm on the Xbox site.
Oh wait, it's still there, isn't it?
So, yeah, there is a blog post to be read if anyone wants to read it. But like I say, it's all a bit ambiguous at the minute. It's just let's release some information and some numbers and some figures to keep people happy. Basically, that's what that situation is. So, hi to Yugi in chat as well, by the way, live. Next on the agenda, we have a little bit of news kind of related to what we were just talking about with the backwards compatibility, which is CD... No. Yeah, it's CD Projekt Red, isn't it? It's Cyberpunk. Basically, Cyberpunk 2077 and a tweet saying, gamers should never be forced to purchase the same game twice or pay for upgrades, so owners of Cyberpunk 2077 for Xbox One will receive the Xbox Series X upgrade for free once it's available.
That's
which
not
is
bad. It's one step better than
fair
what
enough, to be
Rockstar
honest.
did with
Why have GTA, Diablo, Call of Duty, why have other games not done this in the past?
Yeah.
Like, it's something that, in all honesty, you should at least be getting a discount, in my opinion. At least. But that's just me, that's my opinion as a consumer, I guess. So, yeah, that's not necessarily throwaway news, but it's just not like massive news. It's just if you buy it on Xbox One, you don't have to worry about the upgrade factor, and you will get a copy for Series X if you upgrade console. Yeah. So, good to know if you're thinking about buying it. Something else interesting on the other side of the next gen is PS5 and the new Dualshock 5 controllers, and then this patent that's been circulating around, which essentially means that the controller looks like it's going to have like heart rate sensors in it. You know, a little bit like if you've got like a CrossFit machine or an electric exercise bike, and you have those little metal plates that you put your palms on or your thumbs while you're using the exercise machine. Yep. And it obviously gives you your heart rate back and like an estimation on your work rate and stuff. It essentially is like patents for having those within the grips of the DualShock 5. So
Just continue a moment. I'm gonna go shut the dogs out.
okay.
Dogs, plural.
Yes, dogs. So it's one of those things where I can see why it might be fun to have that, like, as part of a game, maybe a mechanic within a game, but it also makes me worry about what they try and do with that information as well.
It's a bit of a throwaway gimmicky thing, though, isn't it? Really,
Much like the touchpad.
Yeah,
I remember at the start of last generation, everyone going, "Oh yes, but the DualShock 4 is going to have a touchpad." Like, who the fuck even uses that touchpad? Seriously, if you use that touchpad, please tell me how you use it, because in 4 years of owning a PS4 Pro, I have never ever once thought, "Oh, I'm going to use touchpad for that," and done it. I think I tried to type with it once, a bit like when you swipe on your keyboard on your phone. I tried to type with it once and it pissed me off, so I didn't do it ever again. So I just don't see the point in it. But everyone was like rock solid erection for it before it came out.
What have I come back to?
You come back to the
rock
best
solid
conversation.
erection.
Rock solid erection.
Guess what we're on about, James? Guess. Remember, it's gaming related.
But we're at something about Nintendo.
No, we weren't. It was PlayStation.
No, we weren't.
There's nothing in the news about Nintendo. Read the flipping news.
It's because I've seen DS.
DualShock. DS5.
PlayStation controller.
We're just talking about how it's a gimmick and we can't see any realistic use for it similar to the touchpad from PS4, from the DualShock 4. And how people are getting like hyped over it for no reason whatsoever.
You mean like JTech?
Yes, people like JTech. People like JTech will be loving this.
I can't remember anymore. Do the DualShock controllers still have an analog on and off button?
No, they haven't had that since PS1.
PlayStation 1. Yeah.
Or maybe 2. Did the PS2 controller have an option to turn it off?
Yeah, a black one with that button.
I think it was PlayStation 2 because PlayStation 1 had the one without analogs, which is like
which is why you could turn them off.
Like this big.
That's why you could turn them off.
So tiny.
But yeah, pretty much since the DualShock 2, which was the PS2 controller, the controllers have basically been the same thing. But I do feel like I remember the DualShock 2 have. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to Google a picture of DualShock 2.
The only reason I bring it up is they clearly thought at some point, well, people might not want these. Like
Yes.
that's something that's just a gimmicky thing, and then they're adding stuff on that are on all the time.
A DualShock
is the heart
2.
rate thing, if it's real, gonna have power consumption when it's not being used, and can you turn it off?
Is it going to matter? It's not going to use that much power. A DualShock 2 does have an analog toggle button in answer. A DualShock 3 was the first one without. And I think DualShock 3 was the one that first had the built-in battery as well. Looking at this. Oh no, DualShock 2s were wired still, weren't they?
Yeah.
DualShock 3 was the first one that went wireless out of
These
those.
should go in underneath the memory card.
Yeah. And then you got your DualShock 4, which has got the touchpad on the top.
Yeah.
So, and the slightly different D-pad that's like higher and smaller. I'm just looking at it now. So yeah, that's that. And then lastly, there was a tweet which might please James, but I don't think he's that bothered because it's not necessarily his cup of tea. But a tweet from the Resident Evil account, which was earlier today. It was like I saw this like as I was prepping the episode, but a Resident Evil 3 remastered demo or remake demo, sorry, is due very soon. Just says more details in the near future. It doesn't say much else. Let me see if they've replied to anyone since they posted that. Tweets and replies. No, they've tweeted that and then gone offline. Resident Evil 3 left the chat. So, when is it? It's supposed to be April, isn't it? So, next month is going to be my guess. Like, we're nearly at the end of February now, so next week, early March, because next week starts 2nd of March, does it? Checking the date now. Yeah, 2nd of March is Monday. So for it to be like a month before, possibly a demo that launches sometime next week, and then is either a timed thing or it's like a closed beta, not a closed beta, a time locked beta or something like that, where you can only play it for a few days, something like that.
Yeah.
We'll see. And then that is it for the news for this week. Unless either of you two have got anything to add.
No. Nope. Main stuff that I've seen is the Xbox and PlayStation sort of spec things. Apparently the PlayStation's supposed to have a 12.6 teraflop GPU, is what I've seen. 'Cause, you know,
They're basically the same.
Basically the same machine.
The specs between the two consoles. I was reading a really good article actually on Tech Radar when it comes to the consoles, and they were basically saying if you give that much of a shit about which Xbox or PS5 is more powerful than the other, buy a PC. If you really care that much about performance and power, buy a PC.
Yep.
Because that's the only way that you will definitively get something that is A, better than those two consoles, and B, is more future-proof than those two consoles.
Yeah.
There's no point in arguing over the performance of those two consoles because they're going to be virtually identical.
It's also fully backwards compatible.
What, the PS?
No, the PC. You can play a game from 1990 on your PC
you
now
can.
if you wanted to.
You can, but not
Might have
necessarily
to
with
do
ease
something-
sometimes.
No.
I have issues playing games from like 2 generations ago, like Xbox 360
Really?
games. Medal of Honor Warfighter
Yeah.
plays hell on my PC. It's really... I can't stream it. I want to stream it. I can't. Because it doesn't work properly. It really annoys me. I managed to play the first one, no problem, but then Warfighter's really funny about the resolution it'll play in. And it just kills my whole... I don't think it helps that I run a 4K monitor, if I'm totally honest. I don't think it helps. Because the game just does not like it. But then, some games, when they're retro and they don't understand 4K resolution, it's all well and good, but then when you do get them to work, they drag everything off your other monitor that's not 4K onto there. So if it takes all my OBS and all my recording equipment off this screen that I'm using now to talk to you two, and puts it on this screen, which is the one I play my games on, I can't see anything. I can't see my stream chat. I can't... it's just pointless, so I gave up trying. It's not that the game wouldn't play, it's just that it doesn't work well with other mediums of modern technology.
Screen dedicated to itself. Really.
Yeah, and it doesn't compute the resolution difference, and it drags things around. It's just annoying. But that's a bit redundant. That's just a random point.
Yuki did say something as well. Something about, have you seen the new games go?
I think he maybe meant games
I
with
can't
gold,
type.
but I haven't got the list of them at the minute. I could quickly Google it, but I'm just conscious of how much time we've got. Maybe
My
cover
game's
it.
quite
We'll maybe cover
lengthy.
it at the end as part of incoming, depending on how long we've got. But yeah, it is time for Joshua's game, so I will hand over to him. And oh yeah, I suppose I should cover the scores. Right, I'll say this again then. It's time for Joshua's game. His turn to host this week, so me and James will be going head to head. As it stands, the scores are me on 2 wins, Joshua on 1, and James on 1. But that means that either James can pull level with me or I can pull further ahead. Joshua has probably written that game that he said he was going to write, which is Warcraft or not and RuneScape or not, but we'll see.
I've changed the name. It's This Is WoW and This Is RuneScape, but
This is wow.
essentially the same game.
Wow.
I've actually done 20 questions for each of you as well.
We're going to be here all
Let's
night.
crack on then. Let's crack
We'll be
on.
here all night.
They're mainly true or false, and multiple
Alright,
choice. It's not
alright.
really thought based.
Okay, so I'll hand over to Joshua anyway and let him do his game, because that's
Yeah.
the best way to do with this. So.
So you've basically described it already anyway. So I don't know what to do other than just get into it.
Can I just very quickly ask before we do get into it? Have either
Yes.
of you got Baby G's game suggestion?
No.
No, I have not been sent
Oh,
anything
okay.
from.
Well, Baby
I'll
G,
ask
if
you.
you're listening, you need to send it one of them.
It's
Pref-
mine.
It's James's next week. So.
James is next, so preferably James. Because I said I'd already written one last
I like
week.
it when people send me games. It's great.
Well, it means you don't have to do any work, is what I'm thinking. Unless all he's
They're
got
more
is a
gaming
concept.
related when someone else does them. I need one of you to go first for your 20 questions. So pick between yourselves.
What, all 20?
Yeah,
Might
we'll
as
do all
well.
20 in it.
It's easier, innit?
Thomas, you go first, then I'll
All right,
finish.
then.
It's kind of like backwards mastermind, where this isn't your subject, but you're doing 20 questions.
I'm just going to watch
There's no
James's
time.
face for every single place that is said or
So
whatever.
which one? Who's going first?
So what's the context of all these things that you're going to go
The
through?
context
Give us
is
the
the
context.
games are about the game or statistics of the game, things like that.
So it could be like a name for a
It
stat,
could-
like prayer
Yeah.
is a thing in RuneScape. I see if you've got that one. I've got that one right already.
Oh,
So
Is it though?
RuneScape fact number 1.
So what we're saying is you're gonna like tell us something that is either from you're gonna
From
tell
the
me
game,
something that's
about
either
the
from
game,
RuneScape
something
or
to
it's
do
not.
with what the game's
And I would
formed
say whether
like,
it is or not.
stuff like that.
What's annoying about this is Thomas has played RuneScape.
I haven't. I haven't played RuneScape. Anyway,
I've-
you've played World of Warcraft a little tiny bit.
I've
You got
done
to
the
like level
questions-
20 with a mage.
All right,
I played
quit
for
your
1
whinging,
hour.
quit your
You'd play for
arguing.
more than 1 hour.
I've done the questions in a way that you can just guess them regardless, and not all of them are in-game questions. They are about stuff outside the game, like when they're released and shit like that. So it's from all different perspectives.
I don't know that.
Who's going first? I'll start straight.
I've got to go first. James says. So.
Right, so this is RuneScape, Thomas. Question number 1.
This is
When it-
RuneScape.
When he gets it wrong, let me try and answer before.
No.
No, that's
Oh, what? All right, before.
before I say the answer.
I thought they
Yeah,
were
just
true or
see if I know
false.
it.
If I get it wrong,
Some of them are, some of them aren't. So,
Oh.
upon release of the game, female characters could have beards. When was this feature removed? I forgot to add the answer for this one.
who the fuck knows or cares? December.
I'm gonna have to Google this one because I forgot the answer.
December.
Welcome to Joshua's Games, ladies and gentlemen. Pre-edit.
Well, there's no editing anymore. That's how this show works now.
Oh,
No more editing.
Joshua's fuck-ups will be live. And now we sit and wait. This is just what happens.
See,
You can
this is
see-
proof that Joshua Googles everything, even when it's his turn to host.
Give me a year, Thomas. Just give
A
me year for the
year?
answer.
2000 and... James, when did you last play RuneScape properly?
3 weeks ago.
When did you, how old were you when you
He's
started
lying.
playing RuneScape?
We were
About
both
4.
in year 8.
About 4? Are you kidding me?
He went about 4.
I was about 6.
10.
Um,
About 10.
2005.
No.
What is it? It's 2007.
2003, I believe.
Ooh. I started
I
playing
will
in
Google that
2007.
one properly later, but anyway. Number 2. North, south, east, or west, which direction would you be facing every time you log into the game?
North.
James? It's not correct, so...
Well, it's south then, isn't it? You're either going to be facing north away from the camera or south towards it, so...
James?
Bird's eye.
South, it's south, it's not north.
South, yeah. That's
Yeah,
south.
it is south, yeah. Question number 3. A skeleton wearing a green pointy hat can be found, which when examined, the game shows text saying he looks a bit past it. What is this Easter egg referring to?
Good luck.
Zelda,
I can-
Link to the Past.
Exactly right, that's one question.
Fair play.
I'm just going to highlight that one green so I know which one you got right.
Well, he's wearing a green hat.
Yeah.
He's a skeleton, and it says he looks a bit past it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Number 4. Dragon Slayer, Cook's Assistant, A Meal for a King, and Ernest the Chicken are all free-to-play quests in RuneScape, but which one is fake?
Well, they're not all free-to-play quests in RuneScape, are they, if one's fake? Give me the names again.
Dragon Slayer, Cook's Assistant, A Meal for a King, and Ernest the Chicken.
I'm going to assume it's one of the 2 cooking ones, so A Meal for a King.
Correct, yeah.
Fuck you, James!
Did you actually know that one, James?
I knew that Ernest the Chicken was, because I'm sure I've seen a meme about that, or someone's mentioned it
You
before.
probably have, yeah.
That's one of the hardest fucking
That's what
Quest
I've
on
seen
the
a meme
bastard
about it.
game.
So
Steel, black, and mithril armor are usable in that order based on your level. So you can use steel first, black, then mithril. But which of the 3 armor sets today would set you back the most by buying them in full?
black.
Correct. For some reason, it's always been more expensive than mithril, that one.
It's because that's the one that you can get tinted.
That's true. Yeah, you can tint any of
So
them.
And that's exactly
more
why I
valuable.
answered it. It's the same as like in Guild Wars 2. White dyes are ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
If you get white dyes and you sell them on the auction house.
Black with gold trim is like the most common armor you can find on that game.
Yeah.
Cages for lobsters and nets for shrimp, but what would you need to catch tuna fish or swordfish?
Oh,
A rod.
What, a fishing rod?
Yeah.
harpoon,
He's-
bitch.
He's right. It's a
I
harpoon.
figured it'd either be one or two, but
Yeah.
one of the two. But I went the more obvious one in case he was trying to throw me off the scent.
Number 7.
Have you been
When
keeping track of how many I've got, by the way? Because I haven't.
Yeah, I've been highlighting the green, so
That's
all I
alright
need to
then.
do is have a look at how many it's green.
I'll just write
When
them.
making a fire, in what direction will your character always face? North, south, east, or west?
North,
Incorrect.
East.
south.
Incorrect. It's
West.
west, and it's got something to do with the sun rising in the
I
east.
thought
and-
I thought it was the
or something.
because you go to the side because when you build a load of fires
Yeah.
they make a line.
Yeah. I never knew that though. I didn't even know the south one before I started looking up these questions. Number 8. Rune armor was meant to be purple when the game first came out, but what colour is it now in the release version of the game?
Rune armor,
Rune. Runite. Rune.
as in RUNE.
Yeah. Like RuneScape.
Run escape.
Runescape. Runescape. Like a dark blue, indigo kind of colour.
Dark blue is the colour
Teal.
of mithril armor. It's like a tealy light blue.
I was going to say green, but I decided to go
That's
more
adamant.
dark blue.
Number 9. Lumbridge, Draenor, Runespire, and Varrock, and Falador, and Alcarid, I forgot how many I'd put in this list, are all
Al
places in the free-to-play area
Oh.
of the game, but which one of them is fake?
That one, Al Carried or whatever, the one that James questioned.
Do you want me to go through
Boom!
them again?
It's not.
I don't know, I'm just going to guess. Did you say Lumbridge?
Lumbridge, Draenor, Runespire...
Oh, Draenor.
Varrock.
Because Draenor's in WoW. If it's in RuneScape, they've stolen it.
Draenor is in RuneScape. It's Runespire that's incorrect.
Runespire is incorrect, so James is right.
I tried to throw him off by going, Al what?
No. Don't
I
go
don't-
throwing each other off.
James, the fact that I've even got some right, I really don't
I'm
care.
gonna get none. I'm gonna get none. I need to see what I can.
Question number 10. Which of these sums is the maximum money you can have on one character in the game? 3 billion GP, 9,999,999,999 GP, 7,548,621.
I don't even read rest, that one. That incredibly
sure?
specific one, yeah.
Are you sure you don't want me to read the last option?
No, I don't care, I want that one.
Well, it was the last option, which is 2 billion. I've highlighted it green so I know, so I can't read it at the minute. One sec. 2,147,483,647
that's just a specific.
GP.
Maybe I should have waited then.
Yeah, it's the lowest one, which is weird. I just thought it would have been like a billion or something. Question 11. If you buy 4 candles from any candle seller, what do you get instead?
Fork handles.
That'd be a good pun if that's what it actually was. If you buy 4 candles from a vendor,
Mm-hmm.
you get something else.
Such as?
Is that what you tell it? You're asking me to
What do you
identify what
get
else
instead?
you get.
I
You don't get 4 candles. What do you get instead?
You get a lantern. Not a lantern, what they called, like a candlestick with them in.
James has said the answer like 3 or 4 times. You get a fork handle.
Well, yeah, but that's
A
the
handle
joke.
for a fork.
But that's the joke from
I know.
fucking
There's so
two
many.
Ronnies.
So many like puns and stuff in it.
I know, but that's what they've done.
But I'm not going to trust James on anything he says, am I?
You do actually get.
I might just fucking mute him, to be honest, while I'm doing my questions. Or I'm just going to sit here giving him wrong and right answers until he fucks up.
Question number 12. 2 islands exist called. Oh fucking hell! I can't remember how to say these. Natis not and Jatis not. Oh no, Jatis so. They exist only for one reason. Which of the following is that reason? A quest only available on those islands. Special rocks that can be mined there. A new area for members to spawn in with a new character. Or just because of their names.
Just because of their names.
They are called Nate is not and Jate is not.
Just because of the names.
I'd say because of their names, yeah.
It is because of their names. And I believe it's because if you say it differently, it's like, nah, 'tis not, and yeah, 'tis that. 'Tis so or something.
If you say so.
Yeah, that basically that. So that's, you got that one right, didn't you?
Hey, Nix.
It'd be nice if it fucking highlighted properly. I don't know why I put a question in when I've got to read it out in a weird way. A song called Norse Code contains Morse code, which says what?
How is there not multiple choice on this?
I know, like...
Because it's fucking obvious.
Oh, yeah, it's
Say
fucking obvious. RuneScape.
Yeah, correct. It's a fucking easy question.
Oh, yeah, that's right easy.
How is that not easy?
How am I supposed to know that without just purely guessing? There's not even a clue in the question.
Al-Kharid is a gated city and costs money to get into, but how much GP would it cost you to go through the gate? Is it 100 GP, 50 GP, 25 GP, or 10 GP?
100.
It's not, it's 10.
That economy's shit.
I bet they've made a lot of GP off that gate since game came out. What skills contribute to your character's main level? Name 3 potential
Prayer.
skills. No. You can keep going on this one.
I'm not going to get 3.
And I'll tell you. When you
strength.
Yes.
Magic. Health.
Health does, doesn't it, James?
Health, combat, defense, strength.
Health, combat, defense, strength. Thanks,
I don't
Jess.
think he'd said 3, James, but like 3 actual ones, but it has now, so you just...
Thanks, James.
I'm kind.
What is older, RuneScape or WoW? And I put this in because Draenor's in there.
RuneScape is older.
Yes. James, do you know when RuneScape came out?
2003.
2002,
2001.
2002, bro.
You said something about when RuneScape was released. And it was
2002, bro. You got your facts wrong.
What are you on about?
2002. Just saying.
Have you just Googled that, Thomas?
No. How can I have Googled you? I'm looking at you. How can I have Googled it?
You have 2 screens.
Yeah, the other one is here. So if I Googled it, I'd have been here. As is the keyboard.
It came out in 2001.
2002, bro. Get your facts right.
Fuck off. Well, I'll just take all these points off you because all my facts are wrong, so that means all your answers are wrong. Alright.
What question am I on?
What can happen... You're on number 17 now.
Okay.
What can happen at any time while doing anything in the game that isn't getting killed randomly?
Oh, I was going to say death, so that ruins that.
Yeah, I knew that first thing.
Your character...
I'll give you some clues for this one, because it is a bit... It's something that's good, it's something that's very random to happen, and you usually get an item out of it.
Level up.
very fucking annoying.
What? No, because you're not doing. Literally, you don't have to be doing anything. You can just.
Well, I've got it wrong, haven't I? 'Cause I
there.
said level up.
It's the mysterious man and things like that come and spawn and take you
a
away.
special
and
event character might pop up and want to talk to you and invite you to do like a little mini game where you
That's
get
a level up
item.
in my eyes.
Hey, Dark JNK1994, I need to speak to you.
That's literally what they do for like 5 minutes. If you don't click on them,
Hey,
they go away very
Are you
sad.
listening to me?
Audio.
I need to
Do
speak
they have
to you.
audio?
No, they don't. The
Well, that's
new
shit then,
version
isn't it?
does, I believe.
Shit, then, mate.
Question 18. What is the very first town a player gets to?
Oh fuck! I knew this because the other day. Can you read me some of those place names from earlier?
Wait.
It depends on if James thinks that's cheating or not.
No.
I think he's giving you a clue.
It's something like
I'm attempting to.
it's something like Ragnarok, but that's from Thor. So it's not Ragnarok. It's...
I'll read them back out for you if you really want me to. Where have they gone? Oh, they're green, aren't they?
Tithead.
Tithead.
James is making gestures at me to try and tell
Here
me
we
what
go.
it is.
So, Lumbridge, Draenor, Runespire, Varrock, Falador, and Alcarid.
It is the
Varrock.
It's not Runespire.
Varrock.
He might have said
Varrock!
Runespire. It's not Varrock, it's Lumbridge.
Lung Bridge. That was the closest I could do by signalling it.
How do you obtain jewels?
Pick them up.
Oh, I know.
He's not wrong.
But I'm right then, aren't I? If
Bit
I'm not
more-
wrong,
bit-
I'm right.
Bit more detail.
Pick them up with your hands.
Where do you find jewels in most other games?
In a mine.
Doing?
Mining.
I had to help you with that one, James, because it was just embarrassing. Because that's
You
exactly
get them
how
from
you find
fucking
them.
imps.
You can, no, they drop beads.
Ah,
You
James
could
doesn't even know
also-
what RuneScape
You
is.
could, I think you can, but you'll get a bead most.
James
most
doesn't
likely.
know what RuneScape is.
What is the world called in
Is my last one?
RuneScape? Yes, it is number 20. What is the world called in RuneScape? Gaia,
That one. That one.
Rapenscope,
No. Gaia.
Jadiera,
Gaia.
or I can't read
Gaia.
that. Gillinor.
Oh, it might be that one. Gaia.
Gaia is wrong. James, which one is it? The ones that are left. It's Gillinor.
I just remembered it began with G, and I was insistent that it was Gaia until you got to Killinor, and I was like, oh, it could be that one actually.
I only put Gaia in because I think
Gaia.
that's from Final Fantasy, isn't it? Gaia is the name.
Maybe Gaia is definitely a world in another game. It probably is Final Fantasy actually. Now I think about it, I just know it's on an RPG that I've not played a huge amount of, as in an MMORPG.
Give me my question.
5, 6,
Yeah,
7,
come on, Joshua.
8. You got 8 out of 20, so that's
Fuck
not
you,
too bad.
James. 16%. No, it's not. That is terrible maths.
James.
40%. 40% I got.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
James, it is
Yes.
time to play This Is WoW.
Okay.
This is Warcraft!
That one actually works better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Robin Williams is immortalised in the game, true or false?
True.
Correct. Give me a sec while I highlight this shit. If you get all of the achievements in the game, how many achievement points would you have? 20,000, 54,867, 30,000, or 20,000... Oh, one sec. 25,825.
30,000.
At what
Thomas,
point
do you
did you
want to-
write this question? Because that was
Earlier
going to vary
today.
depending on current expansion or not.
I wrote this question earlier today.
So this is including the current expansion.
I have no idea.
You wrote the question, you said.
Yeah, I wrote the question. I didn't fact check it. I didn't
Next
go
question.
through every achievement.
Did you get it? Did you get it right or not?
I said
You
30.
did. You did not get it right. 25,825.
Piss.
On launch, the blood colour in the game was changed for Asian
Move your head up a bit.
audiences. What?
Move
You've
your head
got
up a
glasses on and we can see the answers.
bit. He's sitting.
That's why I weren't wearing them. Because I need. That's why I keep going.
We can't
read
actually
that.
see the answers. We can just see a reflection
Yeah,
of
you can
the
just see
screen.
reflection.
Right, so
Just
on launch,
there
the
we
blood colour was changed in the game for Asian audiences, but to what colour?
green.
Do you want to guess, Thomas?
It's black, isn't it?
It is black.
Because they're all dead inside.
Yeah.
Some of them are, because they are undead. WoW tokens are used to either sell to other players for gold or be used to claim 30 days of game time.
Game time.
But but when were they introduced to the game?
That's why I found it funny, because I knew that the question was not which is it. It's that it wasn't an either or. I knew that it was both, so I knew the question was coming. Game time.
When you say when were they introduced, you mean like
What year were you able to buy a game coin thing to sell to other players for a lot of gold? And when did Blizzard have enough of people selling gold in their game for real life money? So they started doing it themselves.
2016?
It's not a bad
Do you
shout.
want to guess, Thomas?
It can't be that far off. It maybe 2017.
It's actually 15. They've been there for 5
It's
years.
because I was
Yeah,
thinking
that's
of
a long
FIFA
time.
and their coin.
It
thing.
started because they got sick of people selling gold for real money, so they made it so that you could buy a token for 30 days game time and then sell it to someone for gold, or you could go on the store and use your gold in game to buy your subscription instead of real money.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
So you could technically play the game for free if you could earn enough gold in game to be able to afford
And
to.
when gold sellers start selling gold for less, you could potentially get a month
I
for less
am
than
a
what Blizzard
gold seller, and I use the hunter to get the golds. That's a reference to WoW Crendor. If anyone is interested, go to WoW Crendor and Google class stereotypes. I am the hunter, and I use the hunter
Pretty
to
sure
get
you've
the
watched
gold.
it on your stream.
I'll play it on
Um,
stream after we've done this.
Question number 5. The Pillars of the Kings are either a location in World of Warcraft within Stormwind or a location from Lord of the Rings. Which is it?
Same again?
Say them. World
What
of
were they
Warcraft or
called?
Lord of the Rings, and it's the Pillar of the Kings.
Lord of the Rings.
It is. Wow, you've got 2 right. Well done.
Thanks. Thank you.
Question number 6. Is the Rune of Darkness an actual item in World of Warcraft, or is it from RuneScape? Oh, look at the thought process. He's looked off to the side because he doesn't know. He's thinking, what runes
That's
are
where
in
his
RuneScape?
phone is that he's using his right hand to Google. That's his iPad then.
I can't. It's cool. Product placement.
He's got Kate sat down on the floor near him. He's like, do you know
Brilliant,
answer?
under the phone.
under desk.
She's got her phone and she's got a little whiteboard. He's just waiting for answer.
It's Rune of Darkness, and it's between
The Rune of
RuneScape
Darkness.
It's
is
either
it
in
an
WoW
actual
or
item?
RuneScape, James. Just pick one.
Yeah,
or
it's what-
RuneScape. It's
Wrong,
WoW.
it's
No, it's
WoW.
in WoW, you idiot.
I did say it's not. It's WoW straight away. As soon as I
Unfortunately,
said
I'm
RuneScape.
taking your
So-
first.
That's like me
answer.
answering every 50-50 question. Wait, oh, it's that one. Wait, no, it's not. It's that
Exactly.
one.
You got 2 choices, you get 1 guess. Number 7. Alliance at the original launch consisted of humans, gnome, night elf, and what other race?
Humans, gnome, night elf, dwarf.
Aye! I mean, a dwarf. That's a terrible
Dune.
Achim Dune!
I've begun the hellish.
Achim Dune!
Question 8. Falcon is a level 2 hunter made by which South Park
Sorry, I lost my shit to that. Because I was like, no way is he doing this. No way is he doing this. I am Falcon, defender of the Alliance. I have braved the Fargo Deep Mines. Although he says he's a level 3 hunter who's a human, which is impossible at that time.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Cartman.
No.
No, it's not.
Randy Marsh.
It's Randy Marr.
Are you playing a video game? No, Artard. I'm playing an MMORPG and socializing with my party using TeamSpeak.
Question number 9. True or false? True or false?
True or false?
Tecton is a robot at the end stage of a raid known as Elwyn Forest.
False.
It is false.
It is indeed
Because it's
false.
in...
It's in Elwyn Forest, but he's just a tiny sheep that you can just go smack.
How many have I got and how many's left?
We're on question number 10, and you've got 4 correct so far.
Ooh, so you're on track to draw with me.
What is the most popularly played class in World of Warcraft? To help, I will list them for you. Do you want me to list them, James?
Well, yeah, please. To help, I will list them for you. Do you want me to
Just get on with it!
Warrior, Mage, Priest, Hunter,
Warrior.
Shaman, Paladin, Druid, Death Knight, Rogue, Demon Hunter, Monk, Warlock.
If he gets it wrong, I
took
want to
me-
guess.
You can guess.
Same again?
Dick. Warrior, Mage, Priest, Hunter, Shaman, Paladin, Druid, Death Knight, Rogue, Demon Hunter, Monk, Warlock. Which of them is the most popularly played character class?
Same again? Warrior.
I'm not saying it again.
It's not warrior.
Go on, Thomas.
Druid.
I'm going to go mage.
It's not. It's Hunter.
Fuck off.
It's apparently
Nobody plays Hunter
and
anymore.
You know the reason I think why, and it's exactly what you said. Wow, Crendo made a video of.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
good point, actually.
I
Excuse
think
the figures.
it's simply because
I am
of
the
people
gold
doing
farmer,
that.
and I play the hunter to get the golds.
Because there's so many characters who are just level 1.
Just trash.
Fucking, yeah. And I just think it's because of that.
Could be.
Similar question, James. What is the most popular profession in World of Warcraft? Here is a list of them. Engineering, alchemy, jewel crafting, leatherworking, inscription, tailoring, enchanting, blacksmithing, mining, herbalism, or skinning.
I think I know.
Enchanting.
I think it's mining.
It is incorrect. It is mining. James was incorrect.
Most people use mining to make gold, and you can also use mining if you're like a blacksmith or a jewel crafter or whatever as your resources. So
Question number 12. A set of NPCs in the game are copies of the Avengers. A warrior is Captain America. A rogue is Black Widow. Hunter is Hawkeye. Orc monk is the Hulk. Paladin is Thor is a paladin, and a corpse in a red suit of armor is Iron Man. They can be found in the Eastern Plague Lands, not too far from Light's Hope Chapel. True or false? Real or not? Remember, Robin Williams is in this game.
False.
It is false. I made that up, and it took me a while to think of it. And I
It
was
was too
struggling for
elaborate.
questions, and I just like, I'll use these. Question 13. If the whole world of Warcraft was made into a real world place, what square mileage would it have? 50, 60, 70, or 80 square miles of actual real world space?
60.
You want to guess, Thomas, because he's not got that one.
hang on, the whole of the world of
What of it?
Warcraft,
What of it? Apparently.
including all the expansions like Outlands and shit like that. 80
Apparently,
there, whatever the highest one was.
Yeah, it's 80.
Yeah.
Question 14. Who has more people in it, the USA or the number of characters made and active in World of Warcraft today?
The USA.
It's
I don't know. World of Warcraft, you can have like 12 characters per server.
Yeah.
And you can be in as many servers as you want. Like, I've got about 40 characters, technically
Yeah, but they're
speaking.
not all active.
No,
Don't matter,
but
as soon as
people
you-
have mains and
Oh,
not
well, I didn't know
mains.
that
I'm,
shit. That's not
I'm on
fair.
about
I think
people
you
logging
might...
into different characters on the same day, even if they just log in for 2 seconds.
I don't know
it
if there'd be
counts
enough
as
to
them
challenge
logging
the US, but there's going to be a lot. I'd imagine.
Apparently there is. In my fact-finding mission, I found out
Well,
that there was.
alright then.
Apparently.
Have you had one right in this back half of 10, James?
Yeah.
This
I got
is
the
one that...
What's he on?
We're on... You mean how many has he got?
How many has he got right and how many has he got left?
2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5 right, and he's
Well,
got... 1,
I had
2,
more than that
3,
last time, I think.
4,
You didn't, you had
5,
4.
6. You've got 6 left. You've got to get 3 to tie and 4 to win.
Crack on then, because we're running out of time.
Yep. Question 15. Toyota used World of Warcraft in an advert. Yes, I did say Toyota, the car manufacturers. Is that true or false?
I remember him. False.
What?
False.
Well, it's true, and it's a pretty retarded advert, to be completely honest. I didn't know about it before doing this, and I watched it, and I just started pissing myself. When was WoW released?
I know this one still.
This is a pretty easy one. We've mentioned it enough times.
2000 and...
It's this number that matters, James. It's this one.
3.
6.
4.
4?
It's 2004.
Oh, I'm thinking Burning Crusades 2006. Never mind.
4 left, James. You need to get all of them to win, or 3 of them to draw. Number 17, Leroy Jenkins was supposed to be in the World of Warcraft film. But when did the film release? Doesn't mean that he wasn't in it.
We're doing this podcast. I'm gonna say 2017.
Thomas?
I don't know. I think he's right.
It's 2016.
Oh, you...
It might have been late 2016, but it was 2016.
I can't remember when in the year it came out.
James,
These year questions are
there's
bullshit.
3 left, and you need them all to draw.
Yeah, whatever.
Number 18, true or false, the Hunter class was one of the last classes to be created and only just made it into the game when the beta was released. It's 50-50, James, true or false.
Oh, you didn't say that bit. I thought there was
I
still
did
more
say
questions.
true or false. It says true or false at the beginning of my question, so I read it.
Well, I can't see that because your glasses aren't angled.
You read
No,
it
but I
out.
read
Just
it.
answer the
I read
question.
it.
We're running out of time.
Hunter is... false.
I don't even need the question, so true.
It is. You've only got one option left, Thomas, but it is true. The Hunter class was the last to be created and then just made it into the beta. Number 19. The starting zone for a human is named Drilumav. True or false?
False.
It is false.
The way that Joshua couldn't pronounce it clearly told you it was false.
Yeah. Final question. What are the names of my main character and Thomas's main character in World of Warcraft? I
Harlan.
was struggling. That's Thomas's, yep.
Raptos.
Correct. He does listen every so often. So that's
He only
1,
knows
2,
that because I
3,
told you
4,
that your
5,
firstborn
6,
child had to be called
7.
Raptos. You got to remember that we had a bet.
Nah.
We had a bet before you had children, and the bet was whoever had children first had to name their character after their child after their WoW character. Never happened, did it, bro?
It was 8-7 to Thomas. Thomas has won.
What has that done to the scores, George Dawes?
3-1-1.
That is me on 3, Joshua on 1, James on 1.
On FIFA.
That went better than I expected, considering I had to answer questions on RuneScape.
He did, yeah. You both did quite well, to be honest.
Wait till it's player or not in football.
Let's quickly go through some incomings then.
Incoming! Boom.
You've got to read them, James, because Joshua did the game.
Oh, I've got... Oh, shit.
There's only a few this week, so you're alright. We can
Bear
get through them
with.
fairly easily.
It was just sort of like
Oh,
general stuff. and...
General stuff and seeing if anyone had any opinions about the Xbox and PS5 news from this week.
Yep. Dummy 2008 Paul Carter of the Paul Posse.
Hi,
Hello,
Paul.
Paul.
In regards to Xbox news, it wasn't overly revealing. Was like a little teaser trailer. Most of it seemed to be detailing features they had already announced, like playing multiple games. I'm interested to hear about the PS5. I will obviously buy an Xbox when I go to next gen, when funds allow. But I am interested in seeing how they match up. I don't see there being too much difference in it at all.
This is very true. This is
never is.
It's pretty much something I said earlier, isn't it? Like, if you can find the Tech Radar article, I would highly recommend looking at it. I don't know how you'll find it because I don't remember what it was called. Just go on Tech Radar. Just scroll through Tech Radar. But the thing that I was reading about, like, if you really give that much of a crap about the specs of the consoles, you might as well buy a PC, was a good read as to why consoles are getting ever closer to being consumer-friendly PCs, I guess. But ultimately, if you care enough, you'd buy a PC. And the argument is null and void, saying why an Xbox is better than a PS5 and vice versa. JTech!
Craig Mitchell says, no interest in the PS5 unless they're announcing it's getting scrapped because JTech TV is getting on their nerves.
I like that.
Dig.
Diggs! Start an
Wait
internet
for
beef. TKT versus JTech. Let's do it. Internet beef.
There's three of us and one of him. What's he gonna do?
I don't know. He'll probably do something stupid like
Will he block us?
He'll block. Well, he's already blocked us, hasn't he? He's not blocked
Not
you
me.
yet, Joshua, but he's blocked most.
No,
of
but
us.
I didn't have anything
Call
to
him
brag
out.
about on 24.
He's blocked 3 of my accounts because
What-
he's blocked my
what we should
personal
do-
one, my streaming one, and the podcast.
What we should do is we should make a TKT diss track on JTech and get Joshua to send it to him.
He slides into DMs like a sleazy motherfucker. He likes PlayStation cause he's a clucker.
There we go. See, we're starting it.
Done a diss track.
Something rhyming with Dualshock. Boom.
He'll
the mic.
deep throat a Dualshock better than a big cock. Cause he's JTech and he loves PS5.
Bitch. That could be my
Bitch.
Nick Earl says the new Xbox sounds unreal. Gonna be awesome jumping from the OG one. It's starting to get a bit slow. What games are you guys hoping comes out in the next gen? A new GTA would be delightful.
Yeah, GTA 6 would be cool.
GTA
GTA.
is usually one per gen anyway. I
The
think
final Red
PlayStation's
Dead
the one
game.
that
There was
got
2 on
more-
PS2.
Yeah,
think.
they got Liberty City.
There was loads on
Yeah.
PS2.
They got 3.
They
got
GTA
GTA
4,
four.
Liberty City,
GTA
and
3,
San
sorry.
Andreas.
GTA 3.
3
San Andreas
Vice
and Liberty
San
City.
Andreas and Liberty
Vice
City
City as well, yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking hell, so many on PS2.
and then GTA 4. GTA 4 was
360.
360 and PlayStation.
Then
3.
GTA
with the
4
stories.
transition to Xbox.
Yeah.
No. That was GTA 5.
GTA 5 was 360.
yeah,
GTA
it did-
5
it did
came out
actually come out,
360 and then transitioned.
Yeah. But yeah, that's everything.
I don't know. In answer to that question as well, I hope that the rumours that people like me keep banging on about of Turn 10 working on a Fable game, with it being an open world RPG that they're supposed to be working on, and them obviously being a Microsoft home, like Microsoft Game Studio, whatever they call it, Xbox Games now, with them being an internal dev, I would really hope that that's a Fable game. I miss Fable games, and I'd be
As
all
well-
over a new one.
As
wow.
well as the Fable game, I'm hoping we actually get a new single player Elder Scrolls game this
Well, we are.
next gen.
Elder
Yeah,
Scrolls
but-
6.
Yeah, but we've been waiting since last gen for a new single player one to actually be released.
Yeah, but Elder
A
Scrolls
good-
6, it was confirmed at E3
I know.
2018.
A good
I know.
game to come out on next
This
gen
is-
for like VR and stuff like that as well. It's like a Chris Redfield simulator.
All right, on that note, that is the end of this week's episode. Thanks for ruining it, James.
Have we had any stream comments?
There was a few, like Nick Sticks came in and said hello. Yugi was
Hello.
there. Torren came in and said hello.
Hello.
But yeah, that was it really.
Hello,
Thank you very
everybody.
much to everyone who's joined us, both in stream live and obviously listening either
Pets and
through
all.
podcasts or joining us on YouTube afterwards to watch the video. It's very much appreciated. If you'd like to find us online, you can do so. We are that_king_thing on Twitter. We are That King Thing on Facebook. And you can head to thatkingthing.com where you've got links to everything else like the Discord server, YouTube, and many other social avenues.
Product placement, Joshua. Well played.
And there's merch that Joshua is displaying that is not
Very
actually
old
available
merch.
anymore because that's old as shit. That is it for this week. So thank you for
Original.
joining us for episode 197 of That King Thing. And we'll be back next week for episode 198. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.